Hello, Kat.
Hi, Tiffany, how are you?
I'm good. It's been so long.
Yeah, it has like 6 weeks for us.
Yeah, that's crazy. I
Yeah.
don't know if we've taken that much time off in like 2 years or however long.
I think we're going into our third year
I
now.
was
Yeah.
just gonna say, has it almost been 3?
Yeah. In
Dang.
March. Yeah.
That's kind of awesome, actually.
Yeah.
Longer
Good
than
job.
some relationships.
It's true. I have definitely dated people for less time than I've been in this
Yes,
podcast.
100%.
My marriage
Awesome.
lasted less time than this
Oh,
podcast.
well, look at us.
In total sum. Yeah.
Look at us. We are winning. Okay, sweet. So today I am going to start with a quote from a website called The Good Trade.
Got it.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
It says organic cotton and other natural fibers are breathable and help regulate body temperature, reducing the risk of overheating, which is essential for a baby's well being.
Oh, babies. Okay.
And that is one example of the pure unnecessary fear mongering that comes up when people start selling baby products.
It sounds so nice.
Yes, but it says organic cotton does all of these things. But
Right.
guess what? Regular cotton is also a natural fiber. Regular cotton is also breathable. It also helps regulate body temperature. And your baby's freaking fine. Like, it's so annoying.
Yeah.
If I had a nickel for every kind of thing like this, just sort of this insidious, um, maybe you don't even get it until you're a parent. I don't know, but it's like just this fear mongering where it's like if you dress your baby in non-organic cotton they might overheat and die. That's like
Just,
kind of
just,
the
yeah. You're feeding your baby the wrong gasoline, Tiffany. I'm sorry, I don't know. Yes. Your car's gonna overheat, your baby's gonna overheat. It's
it's crazy. It's
bad
crazy.
parenting right there.
Exactly, and just one of many ways. So today we are focusing on one supposedly sustainable and very popular baby clothing company called Hanna Andersson. Have you heard of it?
No, I don't shop for baby clothing very often.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's like I think it's originally Swedish. Hanna
Ever
Andersson. I don't think that's how you
Hanna
say it, but
Andersson.
anyway.
Okay, yeah.
So let's find out. Do they live up to the hype? Welcome to Greening Up My Act. Alrighty, here we are. We're back.
Season 9.
Yes. So I am Tiffany. This is.
I'm Kat.
It's
And
like,
this is
how can
greening
we
up
not
my
be
act.
awkward? And this is Greening Up My Act. We were just talking before that we should do like a random
And we need to find
or
a
do like
tagline.
an intro,
Yeah.
some sort of intro, and yeah,
We're a
so
podcast, if you didn't know.
we're a podcast. Welcome to a podcast. Yeah. So we are also just normal people trying to figure out eco-friendly living and what actually matters and what doesn't and all this stuff. And so today we're talking about sustainable baby clothes because I was like, you know what? Actually, we this whole season, so this is season 9, we're focusing the season on fashion
Just fashion. All clothing.
because we
Yeah. And fashion.
yeah,
Yeah.
clothing and shoes and there's some
Accessories.
handbags in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some handbags in there. So, because we actually haven't done fashion, I was like, surely we've done it.
Yeah, well, we did thread up. We did a little bit of, we touched a little bit on fast fashion. So I'm
Yep.
and the textile industry, I think, in some other areas too. So
Yeah. We talked about cotton a little bit, but
yeah, and bamboo, organic
and
bamboo,
yes.
which is rayon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm sure that'll come up again.
yeah,
But yeah, so yeah, this season we are excited to talk about fashion.
fashion, but make it fashion.
Starting with starting with baby clothes. So, all right, my sources real quick. Like I said, the Good Trade, I use them. The Journal, this sounds more fancy than it ended up being, but the Journal of Textile Science and Fashion Technology, they had a mini review, which I honestly don't know what that is, but I read it. I used the Wirecutter. They had a really good article on organic cotton. And then The Guardian. I pulled up, actually, that was an old source that we used for our last, for one of our episodes. I was like, you know what? We have done so much work. Why not pull on that?
Let's quote from some other things real quick. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, goodness. We've already done the work. I also looked at Trustpilot, which is a really interesting website that is basically like a rating website for
like
businesses.
Consumer, yeah.
Yeah. And
trustworthiness of businesses.
Yeah, exactly. So Hanna Andersson, I will use their website a couple times. And then finally I use this one website called Good on You, which is it's actually really cool. They rate brands based on environmental sustainability kind of thing. So it's kind of like similar to what we're doing, but they had Hanna Andersson in there.
And they have a more rigorous criteria than granola.
It was just different, yeah.
Yeah.
And then also the NIH. But yes, on that note, actually, we are bringing back our old format where a couple seasons ago we stopped using our sort of like, what is it, why is it, where is it, who is it, how is it, formula for our episodes. But we're going to try to bring it back because we feel like it's sort of like easier to follow. And also...
Yeah. Oh, and the subject matter we're doing this season is... Because we're doing brand by brand, or like item by item, rather than like a nebula. We're not talking about like recycling, you know. So on the whole, it's a little bit easier to rate a single brand or a single item for its sustainability. So yeah, and I think if this works, we'll probably stick to products in general because it's actually like easier. But anyway, this is like go. Oh, I was just going to say, you know, when you start getting into the sources and you're like, God, I should get a master's degree in this and write a thesis on it, you know?
No, totally. Even today, before I looked into Hanna Andersson, I was like just researching the general topic and I almost like wanted to jump out the window.
Yeah, it is. That's why we do this podcast, is because we're like, what is good? What is...
Yeah, exactly. What is real?
Yeah. What's worth the money? Does it work? And... Okay, now explain to the listeners and the watchers what's going on in your lap currently.
Yeah, and I was going to say, if anybody's watching on YouTube, you can see my new kitty cat. This one is called Gray. We call her Gray. Technically Gray E, named by my 4-year-old.
Yeah, she's got 2 E's on the end of her name. She's so snuggly looking.
Yes. And then there's a second kitten. They're both kittens. They're like 12 weeks old.
Babies.
Our dog passed away like 2 months ago. I think I briefly mentioned that. I probably sounded pretty callous, but
no, I dedicated an episode to it, but it happened kind of...
I didn't even see that. That's so
it's
sweet.
okay. Yeah.
Oh my God, I was so out of it.
R.I.P. Ruby, dude.
Yeah, it's kind of hard bringing a new animal home after yours passes away. It's like kind of bittersweet, actually.
It took me a year and a half, and Sean had to do it because I was like, I will never love again. And then Sean was like, that's the Ada, you know.
But
and it's the Ada. Yeah, and then look at the Archie. So, yeah, they'll never fill the hole in your heart from your old pet, but it's like they make a new hole in your heart.
Yes, exactly. Oh, and not to keep harping on this, but the other day Charlie absolutely broke my heart, and she said, I love my new kitties so much, and I don't want them to pass away.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh my God, I have to explain this to you. We didn't explain this very well.
It's not.
It was very sad.
They live a while. Especially kittens live like 20 years.
I know. I was like, you'll probably be like in college.
You might take one with you to college. It's a possibility.
Yeah, but it was so sweet. You know, she just didn't understand. Anyway, so I got kitties, which is very fun and exhausting, but they are laying on my desk right now and they're so cute. They will probably claw my face halfway through, but we'll see.
I think we'll get some cat butt in this episode.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so here we go. What are we talking about today? As mentioned, sustainable baby clothes. And I want to go over oh yeah, so did we mention that we were going to do the granola rating again?
Yes, we just did. We went through that.
Did we say granola rating, or did we just say the old
Well,
template or old
I
format.
think we just said the old template.
Anyway,
I said granola, but I guess we didn't explain what that means. Means?
right, yeah. So back in the day, we used to do a granola rating, and it was basically like, what is it? I could look it
Soggy.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
soggy.
crunchier the better when it comes to granola. So a 5 is like break your tooth off because it's so crunchy, and a
Yes.
1, which is the worst it
Yeah.
could be, is soggy. So
Yeah. Soggy, mushy, chewy, crunchy, break your tooth off. But basically, like, it's our silly way of rating these products, like sort of a uh, TLDR kind of situation on these products. So, yeah, so today we're going to answer what eco-friendly claims is Hanna Andersson making, and do they hold any water? We're going to ask, is this something a normal person could afford, which is a big problem? Does the earth-friendly message need to come back to Earth? And at the end, we're going to have our granola rating to kind of give you a overview of, if you don't want to read the whole or listen to the whole episode. Okay.
but you'll miss all the cat
So
parts.
yes, exactly. So in this space, like the baby child space, there's so much misinformation and, like I said, fear mongering out there. So from that mini review, quote unquote, that was linked, I linked that mini review was linked by the Good Trade as one of their sources. So I was like, huh, okay, I'm gonna read this. This mini review says many apparel products have been developed using environmentally friendly fibers. Patagonia has been offering outdoor apparel products made from recycled polyethylene terephthalate, which is PET, bottles. And this was published in 2021, and I'm like, that doesn't age well
No.
because that is plastic.
Yep. And now we're like, oh, forever chemicals. Yep.
Yes.
And microplastics.
Exactly. The NIH says nano-sized particles of PET plastic have raised severe concern regarding potential dangers and risks of nature and human well-being. That mini review says that, and the mini review also says organic cotton is, quote, organic cotton is also comfortable for children to wear close to their skin. This is all over the place. Organic cotton is better because it's softer, and your little baby's soft skin can only handle organic cotton.
The drop of organic I can buy to put in everything to make it better. Where do I get this? Like, what? How would...
Yeah.
Okay, how do they justify that? I don't...
It's just a myth, and it turns out the wire cutter says that that's not even true, that organic cotton is softer.
Okay.
I think people have it in their mind that organic cotton is better, it's better, it's better, so it must be softer and fresher and more tender. Right. I don't know. But the wire cutter actually says it's often the opposite, and organic cotton can be rougher than regular cotton.
Because it's not subjected to as many treatments or whatever.
It must be, yeah. Or I'm not sure why. I mean, that's not always the case, but
it's not GMO or whatever. And
dude, somebody here, I think I have it later. Somebody said non-GMO. It might even be Hanna Andersson. It said non-GMO clothing, and I was like, "Are you joking?"
That's like vegan water.
Yeah,
like it's gluten-free water. Good job, guys. My nut-free, dairy-free, gluten-free bottled water. So good for you.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was a marketing ploy.
It's on labels. I have seen it on labels.
Wait, gluten-free water?
Yeah.
Did we talk about this? I feel like we
know.
talked about this.
Maybe we did, but yeah, probably. It's just such. I mean, it's like, but they have to label things for allergens, and it's like, well, why don't we just tout the fact that there's no nuts in our water? You know, like okay.
Right.
Like anybody would be like, I wonder if this water's gluten-free.
Right. Well, it's the same with like potato chips. We use like GMO free or whatever.
Yeah.
Or non-GMO. Or gluten free, and there are like isn't gluten in potato. I don't. Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Like baked goods can be confusing, and if you're really celiac, you do have to watch out for those things because you can have really bad consequences. But it's like, can we use a little common sense, maybe? You know, like, I hope your organic cotton is gluten-free, but they probably...
And like, I mean, if anyone's really celiac, you don't need to put it on the front of the bag with their big, like, GMO-free, certified, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a whole thing. It's a whole marketing thing.
It's marketing.
And it's very annoying. So we'll get into our GMO-free clothing in a minute, but so let's go over what eco-friendly claims Hanna Andersson is making. So number one, that they are sourced sustainably. This is all quotes from their website.
Okay.
They're sourced sustainably. All of their clothing is. Number two, our hand-me-down quality, which is, they like to use that. Yeah, it is cute. Our hand-me-down quality means that our clothes are crafted to last long enough to pass down again and again. That's a sustainability claim. And number three, made harm-free every step of the way for a better planet and a brighter future.
Harm-free? How do you
This
certified harm-free? Is that what we're talking about?
We will get into that because it really depends on your definition.
I mean, they're hurting the cotton. Sorry, this pillow just started.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, they're harming the cotton.
You got to kill cotton to make shirts. I mean,
it is a plant.
It's the law.
Okay, we sound like such alt-right people right now, but anyway. I swear
I'm sorry. Yeah,
even if
I think we're
just
like super skeptical marketing people.
Yes, yeah, because we want to live more eco-friendly lives.
Yes.
It's just like all of these tactics are just so frustrating. And I think a lot of people don't even, why would you know? Why would you know to look for this stuff?
It's just something you don't have to think about.
Yeah. Because it's just we know and we get caught up in it all. So
yeah.
Okay, so let's go over the first one. Sourced sustainably. One interesting thing. So they say that they work with the Global Organic Textile Standard, or GOTS, or GOTS. Okay. I don't know how to say the acronym.
GOTS, yeah.
Yeah. This is it. Using certified organic cotton, free of synthetic pesticides, herbicides, and GMOs.
Yeah, which is how organic food is certified too. So, makes sense.
Right.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, what is this? What is this Global Organic Textile Standard? Does it matter? Whatever. So apparently, Wirecutter says if you want to buy organic clothes or organic fabric, that is the number one standard label to look for.
Okay.
So
it's legit.
That's good. It is legit, yeah. Because otherwise, Wirecutter says that some organic clothing is actually, or organic cotton is not actually organic. It's just labeled that way, especially outside of the U.S.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because who's checking?
Right.
I mean, some people, but
yeah,
it's a lot. So, or Wirecutter says Textile Exchange's OCS, which is Organic Content Standard, is another good label to look for. Or if it's certified organic, grown in the United States, then it's probably going to be actually organic.
Okay, yeah, because the USDA actually does that.
Yeah, we're regulating it. So, in that sense, they're correct that Hanna Andersson is using organic, actual organic cotton. What that means, we're going to get into, but they also say, in terms of organic cotton and sourcing, that this is a quote from their site, there's not enough organic cotton to meet global demand, so we're partnering with cotton farms on the path to organic certification, growing better together.
Okay.
Which actually, is that just a workaround? We're partnering with people who are trying to be organic.
Well, I think because we went through this with organic food, there are so many things you have to meet that if you're worried about pesticides, for instance, there are lots of farms that aren't using those pesticides, but they can't be certified organic for other reasons, right?
Right, that's true.
So, yeah, I think it's I would, if I cared about organic stuff, I would probably give them grace for that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and I don't know what they don't explain at all what the partnership looks like. They may be supporting them in some way. I doubt it.
Trying to help them get certified.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
They don't say anything, so who knows?
Yeah, I love marketing speak like that. Partner.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. So I was like wondering, okay, is organic cotton better for the environment? Because we have talked about it a little bit. I looked back at our notes and I couldn't find much besides a little bit about water usage of regular cotton and the fact that it uses so much water, just cotton in general. Um, so Wirecutter says that organic cotton is like robbing Peter to pay Paul. They quote this guy, Daniel Sumner, who is a distinguished professor of agricultural and resource economics at the University of California, Davis. So he knows what he's talking about. He said it's a matter of trading off two different areas of impact. So the negative environmental impacts caused by pesticides and fertilizers are lower for organic cotton, but organic cotton will have larger land and water footprints per bale because of lower yields.
Yep. That was true in organic food as well. Yep.
Okay. It makes sense because you're not using the chemicals that allow for bigger yields. So you're going to need to use more land and therefore more water. So I liked that and I feel like that's so much of this stuff is like it's good in this way and it's horrible in this way. And it's just like, how do you pick? I don't freaking know. Like, I don't think there is like, I don't know.
Yeah. All
it's
things
like it's
being
not
equal.
right.
Yeah.
It's like it's not bad. Organic cotton's not bad. But
it's not angelic.
Perfect. Yes,
yeah.
Exactly. It's also this frustrates me a lot when websites do this, and I'm really like hammering it on this company, but they're doing what most companies do, so it's not even them necessarily.
No,
I just found so many little things that I'm like, oh my god, this is so frustrating. But one thing that's frustrating is that it is completely unclear from their website what is organic cotton and what is not. I tried to even Google it because you would think that they would advertise it if it was 100% organic cotton. But it doesn't say. It doesn't say anywhere. But then everywhere it says, this is what we use, like on their sustainability page. But like the actual, dresses and stuff in the product information says nothing about it. So I hate that. Like if I cared about buying an organic piece of clothing for my child, then I wouldn't have a clue what I was getting. I find that annoying. I shouldn't have to do that much research. They also, on their website, they say they're moving toward farmers who use regenerative practices, and they're moving toward using at least 50% recycled content, but there's zero evidence anywhere of how it's going, how they're doing that, what progress they've made, no numbers, nothing.
I wonder if that's going to be a trend we find this season, because I feel like that feels true for some of the stuff I did today too. So
interesting. Okay. I could see it, but there are so many companies out there that have like sustainability reports.
Yeah.
Even if they're a little bit doctored sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're not.
So this is like a Swedish company, you said, right?
Well, originally, but
okay. Because at least in America, it feels like in our current administration, we're recording this at the end of 2025. In our current administration, there's been some demonization of sustainability practices. And so it kind of feels like business people are kind of like, don't talk about that right now. Until there's consumer blowback about it, I wonder.
Yeah, I wonder. That's interesting. I doubt that this has happened with them, but it's really impossible to say because I didn't look at it before today.
Right, we don't have a comparison. So I'm wondering about that.
That's really interesting. Gross. Yeah. I hate it.
Well, but also like maybe this pendulum swing is like a come to Jesus moment about like all the greenwashing. Like, because if you were just saying, organic is better for the environment so you can, skirt some regulation or get consumers to believe that you're a good brand, maybe this is kind of wiping the slate clean and really like, okay, like, were you just doing this because it looked, are you just switching from your Biden hat to your Trump hat, or are you like your own brand and you keep it, you stand by this all the time? And I could get that, like, there's not as much, you're not being rewarded for it in this administration. like probably a lot of businesses. I know that a lot of electric car manufacturers and stuff lost grants and
Ugh.
subsidies
Yeah, federal, also
because,
taxes.
yeah, tax things. And so I could see how that could push it to the wayside in a lot of ways. But so it's kind of like, all right, maybe this is an opportunity to make something new, that isn't just greenwashing, hooey.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm talking out
No,
of my.
I love that. I love the optimism.
Oh, yeah, I'm just trying to find a silver lining in everything. Because
Yeah.
sometimes when I look at when they're like, well, we're going to get rid of this wasteful law, and I'm like, okay, that was actually a helpful law. And then I'm like, okay, but sometimes there is bureaucracy that is useless.
Yeah. And sometimes I mean, I will say, even some of the things lately, like, I think we may have talked about, we did, I think, with PFAS. It was like all the news I was getting was that Trump doesn't care about PFAS. Trump is completely, Trump is letting all the PFAS through, blah, blah, blah. But it turns out that that wasn't really
No,
the case. So it's interesting. Not that I'm going to defend the bastard, but
no, no, no. But like yeah, there is something.
we have to consider our sources.
Yes, that too, and the hand wringing and the complexity of the topic.
Yeah.
Because
Uh-huh.
again, they went from looking at 6 types of PFAS to 4 because they've been proven to be harmful. And
Right.
like, okay, maybe that maximizes our resources. The uncertainty isn't great, but it's more complex than just like, I mean, I don't think Trump personally cares about how many PFAS get into your
Right.
body, but you know, sometimes we throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
talking in
totally.
all these metaphors tonight. I'm like, the silver lining of the baby in the bathwater is maybe we get a new bath and a new baby and some new water. I don't know.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's very good. All right, well, on that note, I think it's time to take a break real quick. So, when we come back, we're going to talk about the next the next eco-friendly claim about how their clothes are super sustainable. So,
Oh boy. All right.
we'll get
Can't
into
wait.
that. Okay. All right, sweet.
So I realize
So,
I'm like lounging in my chair and I'm very
no, I know.
uncomfortable sitting
I
right
know.
now. So
I usually do, and right now my back hurts, so I'm like
yeah.
extra straight, but I'm like too straight where my
Yeah.
back is hurting because I'm so straight.
Yeah. I keep like adjusting
My posture's
like,
too
am I too
good.
far from the microphone? But yeah. Yeah. I'm adjusting over here.
Yeah, it's not the most comfortable. I'm jealous of the people who could just like have big rooms and they sit in armchairs and like
I'm in an armchair. It's
lounge.
just like I had surgery a couple weeks ago, and so
Yeah.
like my body has changed, and sometimes sitting up isn't something I'm good at. So
Oh no.
tonight's one of those nights. I'm just like,
Oh no. Well, if you need to lay down and do this
just
in bed, then you
do this
can.
horizontally. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so on they say that their hand-me-down quality means that you can pass the clothes down again and again and again. To be fair, that is the thing that this company is known for.
Okay.
So they're not just like pulling that out of their ass because I have long wanted a lot of these clothes, but the price point we'll get into is too much. But like either it's really good marketing or it's true.
Okay.
And I actually think it's true. That the quality of their clothes, at least historically, has been like really top notch.
Okay.
There are some complaints about their hand-me-down program. So one
Oh, okay.
part of that is they have a hand-me-down program
I was gonna
where,
ask, do they? Okay.
yeah, and you can actually go as a seller. I don't know how it works, but you can resell your stuff from their website. I have only ever bought, probably I've only ever owned one Hanna Andersson dress, which is kind of surprising, but for my kid, not for myself.
I was gonna
But
be like, you wear it on your hand. You're like,
just one leg
it's like an American Doll outfit. Yeah,
for my dolls. Yeah.
for your dolls.
But I bought it from the hand-me-down program, and I was like, I didn't do it again because it was still over $20, and it came with a stain on it, and I can't remember, like I didn't expect it to be perfect, but I felt like it was a little bit worse quality than I wanted or that I had expected. So you just kind of don't know. But I'm like, man, $20 for this used stained up thing. I don't
Yeah,
know.
see, that's because it's like you can, especially when they grow out of it in like 2 weeks.
That's the thing.
Children's
That's the
clothing should
thing.
just, I mean, our ancestors had a thing where they just put the kids in potato sacks until they were 13. And I think that's,
It's genius.
yeah. Wait
It's
till they quit
freaking
growing
genius.
before you fit them
Yeah,
for
and
clothes.
you can just let out the seams of the sack.
Yes.
And you're good to go.
Just a little more room for the
Yeah.
legs. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's especially because, kids will go through stages where they're like absolutely never gonna wear a dress. Like
No,
don't.
or no buttons, or no zippers, or no.
Yes.
This is
Yes.
corduroy. I hated corduroy as a kid.
Oh, did you? That's interesting.
Yeah, it rubbed me funny. Yeah,
I get that. It is like a strange fabric.
it can be. Yeah.
But so I don't even know how many times she wore it. It's just like
Yeah.
it just isn't worth it. Because like I looked at their hand-me-down, right, per current hand-me-down website, and one of the sleepers from Halloween, which is technically old at this, out of style at this point.
Yeah.
It's still $22, and I'm like, for a sleeper, which normally for non-parents you could get it thrifted for probably $3.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah.
they also, this website does the most annoying thing that I've seen a lot of other websites do, where you scroll down their product pages and everything looks like 5 stars. 5 stars,
Yeah.
5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. And you click on the actual product and it's not 5 stars.
Oh.
I took screenshots and they're in my notes just in case anyone wants to call me out, because if they don't believe me, it is true.
Ooh. That's dirty.
Have you noticed that other
No,
places do that?
No, I don't. I have not online shopped in so long because I just don't have any money. So, but that sucks though. What a
Yeah.
dirty trick.
I know. I've seen it a lot of places. So like watch out, because I think it like infiltrates it does actually. I don't even think it, because it happened to me today when I was looking at Hanna Andersson. I was like, okay, everybody loves this. Everybody loves it. It infiltrates your brain
Yes.
to the point that even when you click on the product and it's lower than it said it was, you're still like, but everybody loves it. Everybody loves it.
Yeah.
It's still
Ooh.
in there. Yeah.
Ooh, that should be illegal. Oh my God.
I know. It really should. Because, yeah, it seems like it should. Yeah. It's just, ugh. It's gross. And this wasn't every product, but I would say most. I clicked through probably 20, and most of them were lower than 5 stars. They weren't much lower. Most of them were like 4.5, but that still
Right.
feels like messed up.
Cheating. Oh, well, because
Yeah.
you want to see, like, when I look at a review, I want to see, if it's 10 5 stars and 5 4 stars and then like 5 1 stars. I want to see what the 1 star, is there a theme? Like the seams came apart, or the buttons were itchy, or, I want to see that.
Yes.
Is it just the crazy person who's like, my kid grew out of it too fast? I was like, that's not the product's fault, lady.
Yes.
Quit feeding your kids if you don't want them to grow out of their clothing. Jeez.
Come on.
Jeez.
My
But,
kids' legs are too long.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
but yeah.
totally.
So, that sucks.
Yeah. It's keep an eye on it, because it's everywhere, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's gross. The last eco-friendly claim is that it's made harm-free every step of the way for a better planet and a brighter future. La-di-da-di-da.
Pretty words.
Pretty words, yep. So, like we mentioned earlier, this really depends on your definition of harm-free. So, let's start with the good.
Okay.
There is something you probably have run into, this standard called OECO-TEX Standard 100 certification.
Okay.
Have you seen that around?
I've heard of it.
Me too. I didn't know what it was, but I'd seen it everywhere, and I was like, apparently that's good. I don't know what that means.
Bunch of letters. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and I
numbers?
don't even know if I'm saying it right.
Right.
But it's actually kind of cool because, and I think maybe you'll disagree. It guarantees that every fabric, dye, and trim has been tested against a list of 1,000 plus harmful chemicals,
Okay.
which they, Hannah Andersson is like deeming it safe for the most sensitive skin
Of course.
for your
Mm-hmm.
baby's beautiful bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I do think that's kind of cool that that exists.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting that it's only for kids. I mean, I get that it's not only for kids, but like a lot of kids' clothing uses that, and it's sort of like screw adults. Like, who cares?
Well,
But
it's because adults can figure it out of themselves.
right,
If I get a rash,
and
it's probably not
kids are
going to
more
kill me.
sensitive.
They are. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and so Hannah Anderson says our certification, like that OEcoTex certification, is product class 1. What's all these
Okay.
words? With the strictest requirements, safe enough for the baby to put in their mouth.
Wow. Not something I've thought about, is that like the kid couldn't put their onesie in their mouth. I'm like, well,
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Charlie put a lot of things in her mouth.
yes. That's what children do. They put them in their mouths. Yeah.
Yeah, like things straight off the floor.
Yeah. Or on the playground.
On the playground. Yeah, like mulch. Yeah, with
Yeah.
probable dog pee on it.
I mean,
Just
yeah. Kids put things in their mouth.
yes. So I think this is kind of a stretch, but I do actually appreciate that it's like, okay, you know that this clothing doesn't have flame retardants on it. That's nice.
Huge. That's huge. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not going to have God knows what. Like, I don't know. They said 1,000 chemicals. I didn't look into it too much. We can look into it. It probably will come up again later, but um everything I looked at, like all the products I looked at said that they were OEcoTex certified for Hannah Anderson. I don't
Cool.
know if
Okay.
it's every single thing, but a lot of them are. So I consider
That would
that a
be
win.
annoying too. Yes.
Right?
If it's except for the dress you bought, like
Right, exactly.
or that one sleeper
Probably.
from Halloween. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Um, so, but the problem is that they don't provide any real evidence of like, in general, well, no, I already said this, but like of their environmental impact, their sustainability report, their numbers or whatever. Um, so, right. So that's like, there's good and there's like really unknown about the company. It kind of gets interesting. I looked at Trustpilot because I was like, that was actually the first thing that came up because I looked up Hannah Anderson review and that came up right away. And I was like, whoa, 1.4 stars out of 5.
Jesus, why?
Yeah, which is really low.
That's really low.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't I wouldn't order anything from a company that was less than 3
Yeah.
ever. And 4 is even pushing it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, 1.4 is really low. And it's because of their reportedly awful customer service,
Okay. That makes sense.
which makes me just feel so much worse about the company, which is why
'Cause
I
if
feel like a little bit not bad about shitting on them, but
yeah, when you pay luxury clothing prices for children, especially, you want a concierge level,
yeah.
like this is the Ritz-Carlton of baby clothing.
And to be fair, it's not, I wouldn't call it the Ritz-Carlton. What would I call it? It's sort of like
The Marriott Bonvoy, perhaps.
yeah, maybe. Yeah.
JW Marriott, like
There
a
you
little
go,
higher.
there you
It's
go.
not, yeah, it's
Yeah.
not the highest luxury.
Well, I was
hotel.
gonna say it's like this quiet. What is it? Quiet luxury or quiet?
Yeah.
There's this whole
Yeah,
thing.
quiet luxury is a thing where it's
Yeah.
where it's like not ostentatious. It's not a Louis
Mhm.
Vuitton. It's like I think a lot of people would call it like old money.
Yes.
Where it's like you have to be in the know to know this
Yes.
brand because you're not going to see it. Nobody's there doesn't have the logo. It's just like those who know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I don't even know. Yeah. It's sort of like that because it's a lot of like sort of basics, but yeah, like little dresses or it's nothing like frilly, nothing any of that.
Right.
So one standout from that, from Trustpilot, from a user called Sue2014, it said that they charge a return shipping fee of $7.50 per order, which is a lot.
That is a lot.
And they won't let you ship multiple orders back in one shipment.
Oh, okay, that's dirty.
Right?
But it also, one of the big things that I think we've talked about on the show is like things like Amazon returns need to be way more thoughtful. Because one of the things
Yes.
about online shopping is people will just buy 3 different sizes of something and then send back the 2, and those get thrown away. So there might be something, but they should make that clear up front.
Yeah.
That's what would be dirty about it, because be very mindful about the sizing, because we will charge you $7 to send it back, you know.
They do say, I mean, that's on their website. Like I looked
Okay.
and I found it. But it doesn't say anything about like you can't send
One
multiple
box
things
per.
back together.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, and I also feel like that's so unsustainable. Like if you
Right.
really care about sustainability,
You want as
fix your
few
shit.
shipments as possible. Yeah.
Yeah. And for comparison, because just so we know that there are good companies that produce like organic, quote unquote, baby clothes, there's one called Primary. And one of these customers said that compared to, for Primary, I had pajama pants that I bought on clearance that got a tiny hole in the knee after almost a year. And I emailed them as they were my kids' favorite pajamas. And they sent me a replacement pair saying they were supposed to be hand-me-down quality. I loved them before, but I love them even more after. Not that I'm saying
That's
that, like, I mean, that is good. That's like really good customer
that's really
service.
nice. Yeah.
It's not great to have like extra. Yeah, I don't know. It's like eco-friendly wise, like that's probably not the best thing to just be like sending out new shit, but also you have to weigh, because everybody was saying Hanna Andersson's customer service is like they treat you like an idiot. That's what everybody was saying. Like
Yeah.
everybody. And I was shocked at how poorly rated
You
they
have
were
to
in
at
that
least
sense.
feel like somebody tried to help you.
Yes.
That's what good customer service is.
Yes.
Like, you don't want to be condescended to.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they are not excelling at that. And I have a feeling something shifted in the
Yeah.
company. So I don't think it used to be like that, but now it's like
It's
bad.
probably another form of customer service sludge, which CEOs are implementing to save money on like returns and stuff. Like, the harder you can make it for someone to return something, or
Yes.
like they care much less about how you feel about them than how much their balance sheet looks at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm. Which is such a short-sighted tactic.
Right. Right.
It's so bad. Ugh. We've been there personally
Yes.
together.
Yes.
We've seen it firsthand.
Yeah.
So, okay. So are these clothes something a normal person could do, or sorry, a normal person could afford? I had do/afford, but afford. I would say not really, unless you track their sales, but even the sales. So I looked up today this, it's called balloon sleeve waffle dress with pockets. I'm glad it has pockets.
Pockets are important.
Charlie found some on her uniform the other day, and she's like, Mom, look, I have pockets. And I was like, I didn't even know you had pockets. That's awesome.
Feminism win. Pockets
Yes,
for our
yes.
4-year-olds.
That's
Yes.
what it felt like. I was like, see, that's why it matters. That dress originally cost $55.
Jesus.
It was on sale today. It said today only for half off, but it was still $27.50 for one dress for your child that she can wear that for 6 months to a year max. And
Yeah.
she may not ever want to wear it. Like
Right.
that's the problem.
Yeah.
So in my book, that's pretty high. I wouldn't pay that much unless it's like a wedding,
Yeah.
but even then. And like funny enough, I never see Hanna Andersson stuff in the thrift store.
Interesting.
Isn't that weird?
Do you think everybody sends it back to?
Maybe the hand-me-down thing. It could be
Yeah.
that. Or it could be that everybody snatches it up. Like
Yeah,
people come
it's
in
gone.
and like
Like, people
really
know.
look for it. Or it could be that, I don't know, some other reason. Maybe they're handing it down to their people. Or
Their
whatever. I don't
grandchildren
know.
are wearing it.
Yeah, exactly. I
The
don't
potato
know.
sack your grandfather wore to his christening
Exactly.
from Hanna Andersson. Yeah. Andersson.
Yeah. Andersson.
Hanna Andersson.
But I've never seen anything. And I can't, I don't know why. There's a million reasons it could be, but it's just interesting. The like Carter's and Cat and Jack are always at the thrift store, and they're always in like really good shape too. Cat and Jack is a Target brand. I know people are anti-Target, but they do have really cute kids' clothes.
They really do. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
Like,
Everything in the thrift store that's cute is Cat and Jack. Um, and actually, a lot of those brands have Oecotech certified clothing too. So
interesting. Okay.
I know. I was surprised. They're probably not organic for the most part. Some of them are, but most of them probably aren't. But I don't know if Hanna Andersson is either. All right. So, does the Earth friendly message need to come back to Earth? I would say yes, especially because this website that I found called Good on You, as I mentioned, rated Hanna Andersson as not good enough environmentally.
Okay.
And this was in 2022. So I don't think much has gotten better. Um, they say it uses some eco-friendly materials, including organic cotton, but there's no evidence it reduces its carbon and other greenhouse gas emissions in its supply chain. There's no evidence it implements water reduction initiatives. There's no evidence it minimizes packaging. In fact, there's evidence of the opposite with their return process. And also, sustainability is more than just environment. It's also your labor practices. Its labor rating is not good enough. There's no evidence it has worker empowerment initiatives such as collective bargaining or rights to make a complaint. So I feel like that sort of just summed it all up because I was like, this is where I was headed, and you confirmed it. So
Thank you. Good on you. I kind of actually want to look up my.
yeah, you should. Actually, they probably have other ratings that we could use this season.
Yeah, maybe. Except, well, I'll look them up, but
yeah. All right. So now I can do the granola rating. We should have like a yeah, exactly. I don't know what crunch, crunch, crunch.
Yeah, right. The cereal pouring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that would be fun. Okay, so we rate things 1 to 5 granolas for how much green hooey, which is what we like to say is like greenwashing. So for how much that thing relies on. How crunchy are their claims really, and how feasible or realistic is this? Because you want to have crunchy granola. So for this one, I gave it a 2, which is mushy.
Okay. Yeah.
I just wasn't impressed overall by any of their sustainability stuff. Not none of it, but most of it was just like, this. I'm kind of shocked at how little I like this company now. And it in my mom brain was like the aspirational company to buy from. I was always like, I wish I could afford Hanna Andersson. And now I'm like, oh, I can skip it.
Actually, I'm kind of glad I can't. Yeah.
It's like doesn't seem worth it. I will be sticking to thrifting and hand-me-downs. And if you have those options, actually, I've heard that a lot of, like from word of mouth, that a lot of kids' thrift stores are closing down. I don't know why. I actually looked it up, but I couldn't find any evidence of that online. There's a million reasons why it could happen, but.
Yeah, because there are some. So I don't have children. I have nephews and nieces and friends who have children, but I've never had children of my own. So this has not ever been an issue for me. And I do realize that there are kid-specific thrift stores, but I know Goodwill has a kid section, and
yeah, that's true. I hate Goodwill, so I never go there.
I know.
The Salvation Army with me and all the retirees down the street it also has a pretty small but existing kid section, so they have more toys than anything. But I have 2 other really good thrift stores for kids near me, so it's kind of like I don't need to go to Salvation Army for that.
That's good.
But yeah, I wouldn't personally bother with Hanna Andersson.
Okay.
So if you're looking for kid stuff, just you're okay.
Yeah.
With whatever you're buying
unless it's like part of the country club requirements that your children have to have the right brands, but then I might reconsider my life choices.
Right. Well, funny enough, Charlie is now in prep school.
Right. I know. Does she have to wear Hanna Andersson? Yeah. We've talked. Well, you said it to me. Yeah.
Okay. I can't remember if I said it on the show because it's like the opposite of where I expected my life to go. My child would be in pre-K prep school, but the facts are it was a little bit cheaper than our daycare. So if that tells you the current state of our childcare system. Yeah, but anyway, she has to wear a uniform. So
that kind of makes things easier.
In some ways, yes. In some ways, no.
Less
For the most part,
decision
it's been
making.
easier than I thought it would be. But some of it, like I've bought her shirts with buttons, like you said, and she's
Yeah.
like, "No!" Like
Yeah.
ruins my day. She's like, "I can't wash my hands because the buttons get stuck." And I'm like, "Okay, I guess I wasted that money."
Wow. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a very reasonable reason to not like buttons.
Yes, I showed her how she can do it, and she still is like, "Hell no, get that shirt away from me."
I have ADHD like my mother.
I can't do buttons. Yeah, she probably does, but we'll see. Um, yeah, so yeah, in some ways, uniforms are easier. So far, so good. It's been fine. But I get so many hand-me-downs from my sister-in-law that it's sort
See,
of
that's
like a little bit of a waste because I'm like, I wouldn't really need to buy very much, but it's fine.
I don't know. I feel like until the kid is very aware of like fashion and what they're wearing, it's like kids' clothing. I mean, obviously you don't want to like there was a thing in the 80s and 90s when my mom saw a special on the news one time about how polyester was so bad because it just goes up in flames, So
Oh,
like
right.
synthetic clothing, but like apart from that, or if it's like off gassing, I guess it's like
Huh.
put your kids in potato sacks until they're old enough to care about what they're wearing, and like
Yes.
it's we're imposing these brand standards on children that like just what a waste. Let them
Yeah,
have
it
imaginations and run around and
yeah,
get holes in their pajamas and stuff.
right. It's I will say I know of people who refuse to put their kids in like character clothes. Actually, I we had one day, we lasted one day at this like bougie Montessori school.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, and they refused, they wouldn't let us put our kid in character clothes. It's just like
I get that.
that was their rule, and I'm like, okay.
So you can have like Elsa or
So the problem
Disney,
is, even when they're like, when a child is like 2.5,
and all they want to
they,
wear is their princess dress.
well, that,
Yeah.
yes, but also they don't want to put on clothes.
Right, there's
So
that.
it's
Yeah.
like, Jesus Christ, like, how do I get you in your clothes? Guess what we have?
We
An
have your
Elsa
princess
dress.
dress. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
bribery. Yeah, that's
Yes.
another. I wish we could just let children run around naked when they want to. I
I
know. I
know.
know why we can't. It's just it kind of sucks that we live in that world where like a
I
2-year-old
know.
can't just be naked running around in the summer in the grass, like
I know.
so
And actually,
idyllic, but
yeah, my niece and my nephew, my niece really liked being naked, 'cause some kids just like being naked. And so she would always be naked outside until she was like, a little bit too old, and we're
yeah,
like,
you're like,
okay,
okay, put it away. But like, yeah, that's this is kids should not be sexualized. They should not be,
exactly.
you know, uh, they should be safe to be
Yes.
naked, until sexuality is something that is actually in their brain, like
Yeah.
they don't have genders really
Right.
until their puberty. Like,
Yeah.
and even then they're not ready for sex. I'm not saying they're ready for sex, but like
Right. 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 Right.
they start being aware of it. Like,
Yeah.
can we just preserve the innocence a little, you
I
guys?
know. It's so hard. It's
My
so
sister's
hard.
talking about trying to buy a bathing suit for your 8-year-old daughter that isn't a two-piece. Like,
Yeah. It's crazy.
why does everything have to be a two? Like, I
I've
can't find a
seen like,
two-piece,
yeah,
a
like
one-piece. Yeah.
right, like 2-year-olds
Yeah. I
bathing
mean, maybe it's
suits or
easier to
two piece.
take off the bottoms but they make
No, it's not.
swim. Yeah, they make
It's
swimwear
not.
for babies
Yeah.
easy to take off anyway.
It's probably
So
harder, to be honest.
yeah,
Yeah. Ugh, it's weird. It's very weird. And yet boys can be over here wearing super and shorts for
yes,
little girls. Like 3-year-old
yes,
shorts they're super short. I'm
yes.
like, what is happening? I
My
would buy
sister's like,
Charlie
yes,
boy shorts because I'm like,
yes.
what's going on?
My sister's kid wears her daughter is wearing like boy hand-me-downs because the
Yeah.
girl hand-me-downs are stupid.
Yeah. I know.
No
It's really
pockets
frustrating.
and they're short.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are we sexualizing little girls?
Yeah. And why are we how are we so gendered still? Because like
Yes.
my daughter loved Mickey. She
Yeah.
didn't love Minnie.
Yeah.
Guess how many girls' things have Mickey on them?
Nothing.
Literally zero.
Mickey is for boys. Yeah, my niece is Iron Man. She is Iron Man. You know,
Yes.
like what do you want to be
Yeah,
when you grow
like
up?
how much
Iron Man.
Iron Man could you get? girls. Nothing.
No. Mm-mm.
Nothing. It's so annoying.
Or she's Spider-Man that she does
I
for a
love
while
that.
in all of our pictures. And people be like, you mean Spider-Girl? She'd be like, no, Spider-Man. What's wrong with you? You know, like she gets it. Yeah, it's wild to me.
Yeah. Not that there's anything wrong with like Spider-Girl or Minnie,
Yeah.
but it's just like not every girl's into that.
Right.
So.
And why does she have to pretend she's a boy if she's not into it?
Yeah, and also Minecraft. She loves Minecraft now.
Yes.
And that's only boys' clothes.
Yeah.
For the most part.
They don't make...
I've never actually seen a girl's clothing unless I search for it. That's Minecraft, yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
It's very annoying.
Patriarchy lives, people, in our children's
I know.
clothing choices. Yeah.
It really does. Oh, you know what I've started doing?
What's that?
This is really fun. I kind of wanted to create like a reel, but I know I will never do it because I'm too tired. But maybe I will. I don't know.
We can make it from this. Okay.
Okay. So I have been reading my daughter books and I'm changing the gender. So
I love it.
She has this book, Construction Site on Good Night Construction Site.
Good night construction site. Yes.
There's another one.
Okay.
There's another Christmas one. Have I talked about this on the show?
I think we have, or you've talked about it with me. So maybe
all right. Well, I'm gonna say it again.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been changing the genders because every single construction vehicle is a boy, and it drives me crazy. And so I have been asking Charlie. I'm like, is cement mixer a girl or a boy? Girl. Okay. So then I just have to read through like, yeah, like her. She had her, I don't know, I can't think of the story right now, but you just have to change it. It's not that hard. So I recommend it, you know. Just,
and if you really want to not be part of their therapy when they're older, or definitely do be part of their therapy when they're older, change it to they. Make everything gender neutral.
There you go. Yes.
Because why are we gendering cement mixers anyway?
God, that's a good question.
But I mean, I love it because, when kids see themselves...
Yeah, it matters.
As agents,
Yes, it matters so much. I don't care if she wants to be a construction worker when she's growing up, but like if she wants to, maybe she'll feel a little bit more like, oh, maybe I could do that, you know? Like
our personified creatures also include the things we call you. So,
yeah, because she's already said stuff like, oh, so and so boy in her class says that girls can't play football.
Oh yeah, I can't believe little boys are still saying that. Who said that to him?
I don't know.
Like, where did he get it? Yeah.
I know.
It makes you like look at parents differently. You're like, what else are you teaching your children? Yeah.
And I think it's just like so insidious. But I said to her, like, you know that's not true, right? And then, of course, she started dancing and got distracted. But like, I was like trying to talk her through it. I'm like,
I mean, girls can't play in the NFL. This is
you're not wrong. Yeah.
Which every time Sean turns on a football game, I'm like, why would I watch a show that I'm not even allowed to participate in?
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
Really, the more I drink, the testier I get about it. Because I loved football as a kid. You know, not that I am saying that I would ever have been good enough to play, but it was not even a possible option. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. I kind of love that. That's how I always felt about Star Wars.
There's one girl.
It just felt very boy. Yeah. And I never felt welcome, so I never got into it.
And it's gotten better, but not without a lot of kicking and screaming.
Right.
Yeah.
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 Why would I participate in something that I'm excluded from?
Mm-hmm.
Why would I give my attention and time willingly? You know? There's not even elbow room for me to elbow in there. I'm not going to Right. I don't know. And Sean's always like, well, what, you know, you're not going to put a woman on the... And I'm like, have you seen some of the women's rugby teams? I might. Also...
Yeah, also just have like a women's league.
Or even like, why does a sport have to be so violent that we wouldn't... Like, if you think about it, like, if it's bad enough that it would like hurt women, why are we worshiping it as a sport? Because it's definitely harming men too, physically.
Right.
So
yeah, and we have proof of this.
Yes.
Sure.
So your entertainment value has to be in the harming of people, and you know,
right.
It gets really gross when you think of it. Anyway, don't think about football too much. Enjoy your football if you watch football. I have this problem where I can't, because I love football, but I can't. I'm like, ugh, and the marketing and you know.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I'm just so out of any sports that I'm like,
lucky you.
Can't even have an opinion because I'm like so clueless. Somebody the other day was like, yeah, you went to Indiana University. Oh yeah, the game's gonna be really, really good.
You're like,
I'm
wait, what sport are we playing this season? I know.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't freaking know, man.
Yeah.
I
I quit watching for a long time. You know, I have no idea who's
Yeah.
good in golf anymore or anything because it's just
Right. Yeah. That is annoying.
I mean, Sean's not like obsessed with football, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
you know, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
Anyway,
I love
so
that.
children's
That's my
clothing.
excuse. Yeah. So children's clothing.
Children's
Gender.
clothing. Yes.
Yes. All right, sweet. Well,
Okay.
Next week you are covering Rent the Runway.
Rent the Runway, correct. And I think it might be an interesting. I won't give it away, but I think you might be interested in the findings that I found.
Ooh, I am already
Great.
interested.
Excellent.
I might be. Yeah. All right, cool. So
Hey, review us. Speaking of, we don't have like
Such a
rows
lot of
and rows of 5-star reviews that we can pretend. So please review us on whatever device you're listening to us on or platform.
just look at it and scroll all the way down. 5 stars. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. Right on Apple Podcasts.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
See you
Thank
next week.
you.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.